Princess Mononoke was directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Is about this little boy who gets infected by this demon and has to go basically find a forest spirit to try to help heal his arm, and in the process stumbles across this war between not just two tribes but also the tribes against the forest gods. And it's a very, very, very interesting movie because I had no idea what I was getting into when I first watched this. Let me first off by saying this movie is a lot more mature than I expected. It has language and it has especially violence. Like, people's arms get chopped off, their heads get chopped off. There is blood. Like, this is not necessarily a children's movie. There's a lot of darker stuff. This is rated PG-13. This movie came out in 1997. This animated movie is PG-13. So there's some mature content in this, just to say the least. However, within the jarring violence that this movie has, it's a beautiful story about life, about death, and about especially nature. I think that's the biggest thing I got from this movie, was the sub-theme about how beautiful nature is and how the capitalism of humans basically can sometimes ruin the beauty that nature has, and how sometimes humans have a disregard to said beauty. Well, it was a great theme that this movie really had, and and another thing I also want to highlight about this movie is how cinematic it is. First, within its pacing, because this movie takes its time. It's not rapid fire, let's do this, and just a bunch of action and humor. This movie breathes. It takes its time. It's very methodical on how it presents itself with, say, the art direction, and especially with the music. Joe Hisashi's score in this movie is beautiful, and also brings this more epic tone that this story has. It's like a fairy tale, an Eastern fairy tale of great epic proportions, and it really sucked me in just from the beginning. Whenever you see the demon take over one of the gods, it's fascinating, and I was drawn in, and I was captivated throughout the whole movie, especially when we talk about the characters. Ashitaka is actually the person that you tend to follow throughout the whole movie. I know it's called Princess Mononoke, but you're following Ashitaka, and I once again watched English dub just to kind of get myself settled in the story. Billy Crudup does a really great job. Actually, there's a lot of people I didn't expect. Billy Crudup, Minnie Driver, Keith David, my boy John DiMaggio. I'll always love seeing him. All the voice acting as a whole is great. Especially the person who played San, Claire Danes, does a great job playing as San in this movie. I think one thing I will say about this, actually a couple things, because honestly there's not much I actually have an issue with this movie. One is some of the humor. I think it's very sparingly that they have comedy within this movie, but when they do, sometimes it's a little, I wouldn't say jarring, but it does take away from how grounded and serious the tone of this movie is. And I get it, you need comedy to kind of lift the tone sometimes. That way, when you get to the more melodramatic moments, it really hits home. But I think some of the comedy in this, some of the humor is a little too goofy to me, and I think it takes away too much from the moment. And another thing I will have to say is that this movie may seem a bit too long. You could probably shave off a good 10 to 15 minutes, I think, maybe. But all in all, this movie, it's beautiful, it's epic, it's touching, it's very thematic with its themes of life, death, and nature. It's all in all, it's a great, not just animated movie, but just a great film overall, which I really enjoyed. So, with that being said, guys, that is anime. I hope you guys have really enjoyed seeing this series. I know we've only covered 4 movies, but that's 4 movies within 4 weeks. So if you guys want to see this appear next year, let me know in the comments, or even if you want to see me do it, like revisit this kind of theme later throughout the year, let me know. You guys are always the curators of this channel. I'm just the entertainer. It's what you guys want to see. So hopefully you guys really enjoyed this. Next year, I want to try and implement some movies that other movies I haven't seen. Because I just picked up Chris Duckman's book, Anime Impact, which is one I'm really looking forward to, and is, I think, going to give me some pretty good ideas of what to watch next year, which I'm really excited. So if there's anything you guys want to see me watch and review at some point, guys, let me know. If you have any other ideas in terms of videos you want to see me do, like I said, you guys the boss. I'm just doing what you guys want to see. So hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course share around with others. I appreciate you all as always, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.